On an unseasonably hot fall day, just around dusk, as the sun seemingly finished its job of baking the earth into cinders, I made my way down a dusty side street, crossed a few crookedly worn railroad tracks, which in retrospect seemed to be a reminder that I was literally crossing over into another place in time. The Nickel Plate Depot is the type of place they just don't make anymore, where everybody really does seem to know everyone's name, and if they don't, just give them an hour, a few drinks, and you'll be one with the tribe here. And no, it's not quite the drinking person's corner bar that you may think upon first glance. Oh no, my friend, it's far, far more than that. This is a deeply rooted, deeply loved, deeply welcoming place. It's the type of place that's been around since your grandfather was in diapers, and it'll be here when you're in them as well. It's the heartbeat of this tiny, very special town, and the history here is real, and everyone seems to have a tale to tell about the place. It's the connective tissue, and its blood runs deep. It's as much a ritualistic habit for the regional folks, as much as a special night out. A breathing historical artifact, a juke joint, a hootenanny, a corner bar for beers and games with your buds, a foodie's best-kept secret, and a breath of fresh air in a world that now tends to suffocate. Whenever I find these type of businesses, I'm always reminded of how far we like to think we've come, but also how much we can be misguidingly losing ourselves in the process. These local establishments were social media before social media had a name, and the fact that the Nickel Plate Depot is so well loved and cared for by its patrons tells you all you need to know about the value it holds in the people's lives that frequent it. This authentic experience is local, is tried and true, and warm like a hug from an old friend. These experiences are becoming harder and harder to find and are an irreplaceable piece of people's hearts that have spent time here. This building is so much more than its wood, brick, and glass bones. There's a real heart, and all you have to do is cross the threshold of its doors, give up your preconceptions, and allow yourself to have the experience, and you'll see what I mean. Between the vibe, the people, the location, the building, its history, and the food here. Oh, and did I mention the food? This is the type of stuff I could gorge on if left to my own devices, creating a cemented arterial block constituted of pure yummy goodness. It's a bit of everything we've come to know and love about comfort food in all its facets, and for that reason alone, the Nickel Plate is well worth the drive down 20. And the trains? Well, don't get me started about the seminal love of all things trains here. I mean, it was a depot back when that really meant something, and the trains that still rumble right by the building for what seems like every half hour give this place its namesake, its foundation, its soul, and ultimately the depot's connection with the town and the region.